Guys, welcome back. I haven't been myself lately, and I asked, when he was pretending to be Woden, or maybe when Woden was helping him out. I'd promised Loki, a steak dinner, and they only serve it once a week in this town, and they serve it on Saturday. So, I am taking him out, and remember I had asked Mercury that if it was him, could he please give me a sign? Well, I keep having like little misfortunes today, and I go up and I walk in there, and they didn't know I was coming or anything, and they don't know anything about me. So I walk in there, and playing on TV is Hercules, the Disney Hercules. And I'm just staring at it, totally gobsmacked. Well, um, they told me they normally just take reservations for dinner, and I didn't know that, but somehow they managed to have a table free for me. So I got a table, and I got the steak, and I'm watching Hercules, and I'm not believing this because I'm like, they say that Hermes went over to Rome and became Mercury, and the priest refused to believe it was the same god, and that's why you had the distinction between the two gods, but they had like the same exact story, like they had, you know, parents now. I personally don't care if you treat them as the same god, two separate gods, what have you. Um, excuse me, a little insensitive too. Um, and I'm going to go into the ladies' powder room, and this place has eclectic uh decor, which means there is this big honking wooden shoe, like a Carmen Miranda, huge high-heeled shoe made out of wood, painted black and white, like zebra stripe pattern with like red inset on the door, and I nailed myself good right here on that as I'm opening the door. Because it's like an old town, and buildings like have all these slants and everything else. So I nailed myself good with that. And then I go in, and paper towels are going everywhere and everything when I'm coming out. And I'm just like, please, whoever you are, have mercy. I eat dinner, nothing goes wrong. I brought the stuff home, nothing goes wrong. And I'm here, and like a little annoying thing is happening here and there, and I'm like, please, Mercury, I will do whatever you want. Just, please stop it. Because I thought, like, maybe it's Mercury, or maybe Loki's mad at me, or is Ishu mad, or Legba mad? And I had kept going to all of them, and they're like, no, nope, not me, not me. So it's Mercury, and here's the part where I'm gonna cry like a little baby. I've been getting all these Mercury references and not knowing what to do with them for a while, and I didn't even know they were Mercury references, because he can like kind of like take your memory away, and my memory's shot anyhow. Things like bears and tortoises. I was seeing a turtle, but same thing. I saw a rabbit. I've been seeing a lot of rabbits, and he's not associated with rabbits per se, but he is the god of luck. Um, and a lot of baby animals. Like I saw a baby bunny today, and I saw a baby groundhog the other day, last week rather. Cutest little tiny things, babies. And he is the god of children. He's the protector and champion of children. He's also god of gymnastics, by the way. Also god of thieves. I'm not a thief, but he is a god of thieves. As he's pointed out, someone has to look out for everyone. That's how it was looked at in the Greco-Roman culture. Everyone had a god. It wasn't like you're a bad person. Everyone had a god. And just, I remembered as I'm reading this Ghost Cat book, and I'll have to kind of give you a review of that when I'm done. It's slow going. I just read a little bit at a time. And it has references to Greece in it, in the story I'm reading. And this is all just too perfect timing. And I'm like, okay, I believe it's you. I believe you're here. I was just really reluctant because I'm like, I know Loki. He will wind me up sometimes for a week or so and then make another fool of me. and I didn't want this to become another video series where I'm talking about how great Mercury is, and it turns out it wasn't him. Because remember I told you the next time I said I've met a new god, you guys can go, yeah, right. It wasn't that I met a new god. It was that old gods are being returned to me because when I was little, I wanted nothing to do with the Roman Catholic god. I wanted the Greek and Roman gods. And I remember having liked Mercury. He seemed like a fun god. And I was told I couldn't have those gods. I remember them being taken away from me. I don't know if I had like books or what I had, but somehow they were taken away from me. I remember that. I was told, no, you have to have this god, not those gods. And I'm like, I don't want this god. I want those gods. And remember I told you how my guardian angel never seemed very good at being a guardian angel? I mean, he was a great protector, don't get me wrong. But as for fulfilling Catholic teachings, he really fell down on the job. And I had named him Vincent after the actor Vincent Price, not after any of the saints. And he very well knew that, and he thought that was a swell idea. And guess who he happens to look a lot like, exactly like. And I never made the connection. I was looking for Mercury art and photos and whatnot, and I'm like, oh my god. Literally. And Mercury, Hermes has been said to have a winged cloak as well, and along with the winged helmet and the winged footwear. So there you go. And it just kind of all clicked, and I gave him a little turtle, since it's like turtle or tortoise. You could put like both of those, I suppose, as a symbol, because that's what he made the first lyre out of. Well, not the first lyre. Apollo had already made a lyre, but he made one too. And he also has, it depends on what tradition you're going with and what story you're going with, but like he stole his brother's herd, so you could go with various herd animals as well. He's got other things I can't mention in polite company, but if you study him long enough, you'll find out. And it kind of made sense. And he's also psychopomp, by the way. He guides the souls of the dead to the afterlife, which is interesting to know. But he's a protector of children, so that made sense why he showed up when I was so young. And I had a really hard time. I was looking for people that work with him, and I could not find on YouTube, of all places, I couldn't find anyone that works with him. Anything I found in references speak in the past tense of him as if he's not worked with anymore. So I don't know if he showed up because I'll work with him, or what the reason is that he's here. I mean, I'm happy he's here, but I'm not quite sure why he showed up, because I could not find anyone that worked with him. So, I'll just take it a little bit day by day. I still have my reservations. I'm still thinking, you know, maybe this is Loki winding me up, but he usually does things to teach you a lesson, so it doesn't really matter, I suppose, if it is Mercury or it's Loki having a go at me. But I've seen them both at the same time, so I'm supposing it's not Loki doing anything, but time will tell. But yeah, I kind of wanted to record that for myself, because I'll forget. Within a couple of days' time, I'll forget. Everything will pass out of my head. And we did have an, kind of like an agreement that if I get a certain thing given to me, I'll know it's him. It's to go on the front door, and I won't say what it is, because I don't want anybody UPSing me. But I was like, yeah, if I get this given to me, yeah, I'll put it on the front door, then I'll know it's you. But I'm pretty sure it is Mercury. I mean, I walk into the bar, and Hercules is playing, and I'm still trying to figure out why they were playing a children's show, because it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. The place is a bar and grill, and there were absolutely no children there to watch it. And they kept letting it play. So it was the darndest thing. I like kept waiting for them to turn it off and turn sports or something on, but it played the entire time I was there, so that was strange. And he kind of appeared, and he kind of had like a connection to wealth, but I don't think he's a different god. I think because he was a god you could pray to increase your business or blessings like that, I think he was showing me that he can be seen as a wealthy god. I think that's what he meant. And it turns out there were gold chains, I think, on the Greek statues. Or was it the Roman? I don't know. I get confused very easily, as you can tell. Anything bright and shiny distracts me, for the love of the gods. So yeah, that's the update. It's I'm not too bad. It's like a dull ache up here. I took aspirin when I came home. Well, not aspirin, I took a leave. I think it's the same thing. And I went for my walk, and I rubbed a little stuff on it before, and I rubbed a little stuff on it now. And I don't have a goose egg or anything, which is good. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And I have asked Loki, and Loki's swearing up and down that it is Mercury, that I made a promise to the Roman and Greek gods a while ago, and they're finally collecting on it. And I said, but I didn't know any better. And he's like, that's too bad. And it wasn't a bad promise. It was just that I would honor them and everything. And apparently Mercury had his little ears pricked up and he heard me. So there you go. And if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Blessed be.